Hello everybody! Today we're going to see how I draw Kamen Rider, the original. Just so you know, there's a coloring book that you can get through Amazon. Just follow the link in my description and you can get a coloring book to show me how you color to how I draw. Okay, pencils first and then Sharpies. So if you don't want to watch the pencil portion of the video where I sketch the entire thing out, look in the description and you'll find a link that you can click on that will take you to the Sharpie portion of the video. I'll even include one for color. But for those of you that are going to stick around, I'm going to start off with a quick sketch for myself and get us going. The last one, the original. Now, there's branches off. There's different ones that branched off and stuff like that, you know, so maybe I'll go back and do some different ones. Maybe I'll come back and try to do other styles or whatnot. But for the most part, I pretty much followed the list on Wikipedia, and that's where I came up with the ones I did. So we'll see. But like I said, for the most part, these are the ones listed. And you know what's funny is there's a lot of cool bad guys. I would love to do all of them, but I just don't know how many people are into all that. So, you know, for the most part, it's going to be about finishing this up. I say for the most part a lot, for the most part, because for the most part, yeah, I don't know why. Okay, sorry. I'm starting to work on the details, and I need to make sure I've got the pose down. And that's why I always tell you guys, get your pose down first, then you can worry about the details. Okay. See, like I think I want his leg out a little further. And, oh, let's do my jumping pose. That's my favorite one. Yeah, might as well, because this is the original, right? Let's make him flying. Maybe a little too pointy there. Let me fix that foot. That's a little too unrealistic. So I don't think he can get. It was almost pointed backwards, basically. A little too much, you know. Okay, also let me fix where the foot is. There we go. That's better. And again, this is the original. It's just nothing but cloth. You know, it's not going to be too crazy. But I want to still make it look good. And wow, have you watched all of them? Have you drawn everything with me? 'Cause, man, this was fun. And that's why I'm thinking about going back and doing some bad guys. Not all of them, but some bad guys, because you know, these are such cool, fun characters that and there's so much more that we could do. You know, that I feel like we should. But I know a lot of people, they want Fortnite, you know, they want Star Wars, you know, so we'll see. I'm trying to do a little bit of something for everybody. So yeah, so these are for obviously the Masked Rider fans. And you know, maybe everybody's ready for something new, or some I want to say something new, but I was about to say some Star Wars. That's not new. That's old. That's been going on for quite a while, but ooh, the Mandalorian's going to be starting up pretty soon. I'm going to do a new Beskar armor Mandalorian. I've got to, right? I've got to. And so then therein lies the question: is do I redo Ahsoka Tano? You know, I mean, it's no surprise that she's going to be in it. Spoilers, but everybody has to talk about that kind of stuff, so no spoilers. You know, everybody says, "Ooh, look at this." Okay, let's talk about that. Let's talk about spoilers. I hate spoilers. I like going into a movie or a show or something 100% fresh without knowing anything. The problem is these days, everybody wants to have the scoop. You know, they want to be the first ones, and I get it. It's how they make their money. You know, the more clicks you get, the more your website is valuable. You know, or your Instagram or whatever. You know. So I get it. I get why they're trying to do it, but my gosh, everybody is doing it. It's getting to the point. It's like it's ridiculous. It really is. It's like you know, there's no more surprises. Everybody's got to come up with the new in thing, or they've got to say it first. That it's just ridiculous. So a lot of times, honestly, I don't watch trailers. I don't expose myself to everything that's out there because there's too much. You know, nobody goes in fresh. There's no surprises, and it's too bad, you know. And maybe I'm old. Well, there's no maybe. I am old. But maybe it's just that I've got an old way of thinking that, you know, it's all got to be not surprised or hidden. What's the word I'm looking for? It's got to be revealed in the actual movie. And maybe it doesn't, you know. Maybe it's just me. But you know what I do know? I know what I like, and I know what I don't like, and I don't like spoilers. That's what it comes down to. Okay, I think I might be good here. Yeah, I think that's great. Oh, let me add a little bit of detail in this fist real fast, because we got it kind of bent down. It's something we haven't done before, so. Right. That should work. Okay, that'll work. Let's go. Let's erase some of these sketch lines. Not too much, because it worked out pretty well. So I can pretty much just keep a lot of the sketch lines, but I don't want them to stand out over the Sharpie. I want the Sharpie to stand out, not the pencil lines. So I'm just gonna make some of this disappear and leave myself enough to guide me. Otherwise, what was the whole point of the sketch, right? I saw every now and then I'll get comments like I'll post a sped up version on maybe Reddit, Imgur. That's the one I said to put it on. And every now and then someone will say, it's like, how do you do it without, you know, everybody has to make a joke a bit about it being so fast. But some people are like, oh, you do it with no sketch. Yeah, I do. You gotta sketch. You always gotta sketch first, unless you're Kim Jong-ji, I think is his name. Yeah, amazing guy. But yeah, I gotta do a sketch, so I gotta have something to guide me. So let's welcome everybody that skipped. Welcome, skippers. Welcome to the Sharpie portion of the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe, because I do a different drawing every day. You can join along and have some fun. I'm going to be using a Sharpie fine point and a Sharpie pen. Mostly a fine point, but a pen's a little finer than the fine point. You can find things that the fine point can't quite find. Sketch the entire thing out. I've erased a majority of the sketch lines, but left myself enough of the confidence lines that I can use to guide me. So I'm going to start with the Sharpie pen, because I can control the line widths much easier than I can with that big old fat Sharpie fine point. And start off with the eyes. Let's just make some big old bug eyes and build this mask. So I'm going to just do some big old loops like this. And it's okay if they're not perfect. I'm going to circle back around and thicken them up just a little bit anyway. Maybe I can clean it up. And if I can't, no big deal. I'm not too worried about it. That's not the point of this whole demonstration, not to get it perfect, but just to get you drawing. So see, it's thick and thin, thick and thin. Oops, oh well, no big deal. I'll do some more like this. Now I'm going to try to make it right. I'm not saying I don't care. I'm not saying whatever happens, happens. I guess I am saying that. But I'm going to try though, you know. Okay. There you go. It looks about right, about level. So I'm just going to add some specific detail. I want his antenna to be in front of everything, so I'm going to draw those first. Do them kind of like this, and I want them hollow, so I want to make sure I can draw a line like that. And if it doesn't, like, see how I got too close there? Oh well, no big deal. See how this one came out a lot thicker? It happens. Alright, so now I'm going to build off this. Just going to draw his little center dot like that. I'm going to draw the rest of his helmet. And again, usually I use this Sharpie fine point or the Sharpie pen for like facial details, but no facial details here. But I can't control the line width of this helmet. That's definitely what I want to do, just to get some of this specific detail. And plus, it's going to look good as a contrast of thick and thin. Okay, I'm going to draw the edge of his mask over here. Draw the other one over here. And that'll also help me with start-stop points, so I know now where I'm going to go. Before I forget, let me do his little. He's got a little accent on his eyes. I do something like this. Do another one over here. There you go. A little different, but it's okay. That'll work. Okay, so now I'm going to draw the head around, or the helmet. And I'm going to try to draw it perfect, but like I said, if it doesn't come out perfect, I'm not worried about it. And I'm going to thicken it up, because when I switch to this Sharpie, you're going to see a huge difference in line width. So I'm trying to prepare for how it's going to look. Alright, so this line's going to go up. We'll do like this, just to accent that. Again, I just want to make sure that I keep it cohesive, or not coherent, or cohesive, consistent. That's the word I'm looking for. I'll go through all the C words trying to find it. Okay, so now same thing, I'm going to do the helmet over on this side. Looks pretty good. Thicken it up. Alright, a little bumpy, but that's okay. I can clean it up or leave it like it is. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to do his mouth. Come in and do one of these. And then he's got a very specific, like bug mouth, like fangs type kind of thing. So I just want to make sure I get those right. Kind of like that. Okay. Let's see. There's his jaw. Again, gonna make it a little thick when I play around with it. There we go. I think that's awesome. I think we're good here. I'm going to move on to the big Sharpie. All right. So I'm going to draw his scarf for his neck. I'm just going to kind of come down and do one of these. Come down and do a little knot in it, kind of something like this, and then draw the bottom half. And before I want it to be over, I want his shoulder to be in front of it, so I'm going to draw the shoulder first before I go too far into it. Because you always want to draw what's in front first, and then you draw what's behind. That's basically how it works. Let's see, and also the lines in his suit. I don't think I'm going to draw those. I think I want to do that with color. So basically, we're just drawing his suit. Okay. So that means I'm going to do his shoulder like this, coming down to his arm, and crinkle it up a little bit because it's actually material. It's cloth. It's not armor, you know. And let's go ahead and do the other side so you see where we are. So his chest is going to come in and do something like this, over to his bicep. again, I do stuff like that just to show that it's cloth. And then I want to kind of wrinkle up the material a little bit. Maybe a little too much on that one, but that's okay. There we go. I just like doing creases and folds to kind of show that it's a cloth material. All right, so same thing here. Just gonna kind of mess it up just a little bit. Now I can do. I should finish that up, but I'm gonna do the scarf before I forget. Just something like this. And see what I'm saying? How I wanted that behind his shoulder. That's just to, you know, show depth and to show that, you know, something is in front, something is behind, kind of thing. Okay. Awesome. So let's do this arm, and I just got the arm just kind of going out like that. Nothing too crazy. So I'm going to draw the glove to the wrist. Like that, and since his hand's flat, I'm going to draw that knuckle, with the middle knuckle, the digit, I guess. There's the thumb, and then all you're really going to see is pretty much like that, because all the other fingers are behind it. Obviously, the middle finger is a little bit longer, but that's all I can really do, because it's pretty much you're drawing it sideways like that. Maybe I'll do a little bit of glove feel to it. Get kind of a worn creases and folds look or feel. And see, this got super thick, so we don't have to worry too much about anything else we're going to do here. I'm just gonna, like I said, just add some creases. Okay. All right. So let's do this arm. This one's going to be up. He's, you know, in a fighting pose. So this shoulder is going to be up a little bit. Gonna come down. There's the bicep to the crook of the arm. And that's where the glove is going to be, like that. So I can come down here and do the elbow. All right. Now he's got those big old chest pieces. So let's go ahead and well, let's not worry about that. Let's finish up here before we start adding. I wanted to add creases and folds. That's what it was. I just love doing that. That's my favorite part. I wanted to do it, but I'm gonna wait until we can finish up the hand. Okay, so I'm gonna draw the glove up like that, and it's just pretty much a fist. I can't show you the exact angle. I'll show you the angle here. So I'm gonna draw the back of the hand. Knuckles, and the thumb is in front of everything, like that. So I know that looks kind of weird. Bear with me. Bear with me. So here's middle finger, ring finger, pinky. Okay. So now let me add some details with the smaller Sharpie. You can see where we are. Okay, so I'm going to do that for the knuckles so you see where the front is. There's the glove, the edge of the glove. Like that. Does that make sense? Alright. Okay. A little thick here, but that's okay. All right, so yeah, let's add a few, only because we can. All right. Okay, so for his chest piece, we're gonna add the big old section like this. Here's gonna be the middle. The front ones are super big. I want to make sure those stand out as the front ones first. And then I'm going to draw the smaller ones underneath it. Like that. Alright, so that side's covered up. Let's go ahead and add a little bit of crease and fold on this part of his shirt, because it's pushed up so much. So I can draw the back of his shirt over here into his belt. But again, because this side is covered up, that's all I got to do. I don't have to worry too much about the rest of it. Let's draw his belt. So for his belt, I'm going to go and go across. We're going to draw the big old eyeball diamond thing that's in the center. That. And close it off. Over here, there's like little stuff on it, so I'm gonna draw that first, because like I said, I always want to draw what's in front first to make sure you don't draw through it. Okay, it's got a little bit of a design on it. Something like that. I can't really see what this is, but that's okay, because that's all I needed to do, is add those. Okay, so now we're going to draw his legs and boots. It's all it pretty much is now, just material. So I'm going to draw this leg all bent over like this, and he's kind of jumping through the air. He's coming down to the edge of his boot, wrinkles and folds to his crotch right there. Let's go ahead and draw this boot. Might as well finish it up, right? I've got it pointed down because he's kind of jumping through the air. Alright, so let me add some wrinkles, because he's definitely got some. It's kind of a little straighter than I wanted it to be, but that's okay. Again, we're showing that there's a wear and tear and use, you know. All right. Okay, so this one over here is going to be out because he's jumping through the air. Something like that. Draw the edge of the boot. Come back in for his thigh. Right there into his crotch. Pants are all creased. Again, because I've got them all stretched out like that, I like to draw a lot of creases and folds, just to show that, you know, there's a lot of wear and tear on his pants being bent up like that, you know. Okay, so let's just draw a boot. This one's just going to be sticking out. Something like that. Alright, and we're going to add some creases and folds. Again, you know why? Wear and tear, or use and abuse. That's what it is. Because he's you know, just really stretching his boots here. You know, he's really putting them to use. He's getting a lot of style and kicks out of his stuff, right? So there you go. That's the Kamen Rider series. I say we take care of the rest with color. So that is Kamen Rider. So here's how I colored it. Tell me what you think in the comments below, or show me what you did in our Discord group. Just have fun and make it your own, because remember, this is how I draw. You draw how you draw, and we'll meet somewhere in between. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more adventures with How I Draw. Plus, don't forget to hit that notification button for new videos.